Okay, so today's video is going to be on some Ace Beauté palettes. First palette I have is the Flare palette. And here's the inside. The next palette is the Oceanic palette. And here is the inside of that one. And the third one is the Vintage Dawn palette. And here is the inside of that one. I think I'm going to be using this Vintage Dawn palette today, but just a little bit about these palettes. This is the first time that I tried any of their palettes, and the Flare and Oceanic palette are the old formulas, which I think are incredible. You want to talk about absolutely no fallout for highly pigmented shadows. That's not something that I'm used to, and these old formulas are fantastic. I will be trying the new formula. I guess I'm pretty sure this Vintage Dawn palette is the new formula, so I'll be trying that today. But you guys, these old formula palettes, I think they're on sale for like 15 bucks and some change on the Ace Beauté website. So please, you guys, if you have not tried their shadows, go buy some of these palettes that are on sale for like 15 bucks. I think they have a couple that are like 13. The formula is outstanding. It says old formula, so I was kind of like, maybe it won't be as good, but I have no complaints. I'm very impressed. They have a new lifelong fan and customer in me just by how these old palettes have, the old formula has performed. I mean, absolutely stunning. I couldn't ask for more. So, today, let's just get started with this Vintage Dawn palette. Sometimes it's harder to see like shiny things with my lights and everything, but here's the inside of the palette. I'm going to try and back it up a little bit. Just kind of see what works best. But anyway, how's everybody doing? I think it's been a couple days since I've filmed. I'm going to try and get back to doing uploading 2 videos a week if I can, just to kind of see how things go, because I know my channel was doing better then. And if you are new here, please like and subscribe. Hang out. I do a lot of eyeshadow tutorials with palettes. Just, I love eyeshadow. I love lip products too, but I'm not the best lip swatcher. So I try to, in my videos, link what I'm wearing on my face that I don't mention. And today I've got one of the Maybelline vinyl lips on. Stunning, lasts all day, amazing, doesn't dry down too much, just really, really, really good lip products. So I highly, highly recommend those. So I'm going to start with this shade Daybreak right here. But yeah, you guys, I noticed that a lot of my viewers are not subscribed. So if you want to help me out, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, stick around. If there are any palettes that are like affordable that you want me to try out or do reviews on, I would be happy to do it. So just leave the palette information below. And by affordable, I mean like I'm not going to be doing any like, you know, $100-something palettes, but I would say probably anything under maybe 40 bucks. Maybe 50, just depending on what it is. If you get several shades, like I'm totally down with that and more willing to just spend a little more on a palette. But if you're only getting like 2 shades for like, you know, 30-40 bucks, to me that's not worth it. And I like having a variety of like shades in my palette. I like to have options. I don't like to have to dip from one palette to another when I'm doing a look. I just want to be able to sit down and use one palette. So next I'm going to go with the shade Sky right here. It's just a really, really pretty blue. And if I sound kind of congested, like I've had a pretty rough cold, like the last 2 weeks. I kind of thought I was getting better, and then last night my throat started getting sore again, and I was like, oh man, like not this again. I did take a COVID test. It was negative. I have really, really bad allergies, and then our air kind of went out again. It's like 40 years old, so I'm like hoping it will just keep going as long as possible. But yeah, so I think that didn't help, and my allergies, I think I'm kind of becoming immune to the allergy medication I've been taking for the last couple of years, so I kind of need to switch that up. But it was the best one that I've tried, so I'm kind of like, don't know what to, what to do from there. It's Xyzal is what I've been taking. Pretty sure it's the one with the owl in the commercials. And it's like blue and orange and yellowish packaging. So if anyone else has like any good allergy medication that they've taken that's just over the counter, nothing too crazy, but that you can recommend, I'm totally open to recommendations. There's just so much crap in the air in the Midwest, and it's just so hot and just humid, and it's a horrible place to live if you have allergies, which I didn't have until a couple of years ago, and then it was kind of like all hell broke loose and things seem to be getting worse every year. So I'm hoping sometime soon I will find a way to make some more money so we can get out of here and just live in a better place that just has more opportunities, and also I can actually breathe and I don't feel like crap all day every day. Like, I've been so tired the last couple days. Like, I pretty much did nothing yesterday, which is really unusual for me, but I was also having really, really bad back pain. I mean, it was like if I stood up for more than like a couple minutes, I just felt like my body was shaking because I was in so much pain, and I just felt like my back was going to give out. But it's also that time of the month for me, and I have horrible, horrible like cramps. So for me, it's hard to tell, like, is there really something going on, or is it just my typical like cramps? I mean, this was a lot worse than usual, but I've also been under a lot of stress, so I'm not really sure what's going on with me in my life. Been kind of rough lately. Okay, so again, pretty much no fallout. I'm amazed by these palettes, and seriously, if you've not tried them, you really should. I highly recommend it. Their palettes are so beautiful. I really want to get the Tropical Vibes palette next. That is on my list. It's on my radar that I want to pick up. And they have some shadows that are like the cream shadows. They remind me of the Super Shock ColourPop shadows that I want to get, and they have like a set that go with the Tropical Vibes palette. Like, you guys, I cannot wait to get my hands on those. Hopefully I'll be able to do that sometime in the next month or two. Okay, so the next shade I want to go with, I'm gonna go with this shade right here, Serengeti. It's a really pretty gold shade. That's a pretty shade. It looks really great with the blue. Lots and lots of shimmer. Also, I feel like I have something in my eye. It's a beautiful shade. Just getting everything blended in. Oh, my allergies, I'm getting stuffed. Like, I can just feel it. God, I cannot wait so I can get out of the Midwest and live in a better place and not have to feel like this every day. Okay, so now I'm going to do the lower lash line. And I think I'm just gonna go with the shade Fade right there. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade Dew for the lower inner corner. Okay. I had just a smidge of fallout, but I think it was more the brush that I used than the formula, so I'm just gonna try and get this brushed off really quick. Okay. I'm gonna try and throw some mascara on. You guys know my struggle with mascara on camera. Also, I'm trying out, I used this before, the Essence Lash Princess Curl and Volume Mascara. I tried this before and I wasn't really a fan, but then I kind of recently picked it up again and I'm like, you know, I kind of like it. So I'm trying to give it another chance. Bought a new tube just to kind of try it out. I don't know, I don't know if it's the heat, but I feel like my body's just, everything has been responding differently to things that I normally use. So I'm kind of trying to switch things up and see. I don't know, like so far this summer it has been hot. Like we've only had like a couple days where it's been under like 95 degrees, and there have been like so many days where like our heat index is like 111. So it's been really, really hot, and there have been a couple days where the temperature itself is like 100 degrees or more. So yeah, it's just been really, really rough, and I think that's just affecting me because I don't like the heat. I hate the heat. I cannot stand being hot. Like, I think some people just have a better tolerance to it, and I'm just not one of those people. Like, give me freezing cold all day long, I'm good. I can't do hot. I just can't. And I love being outside, so it's like I've been cooped up, and it's just really not good for me because I want to be outside. I want to, you know, see things other than like my house and my walls at work. Like it's like I want to be able to get out and be a human being and function, but I can't do the heat, and it seems like every year it gets harder and harder for me to handle. So yeah, I can't wait to GTFO of this horrible place. Like, I see people in Washington and they're like so happy and like wearing hoodies and like, they're like, oh, it's chilly today. And I'm like, you have no idea how lucky you are to be able to go outside like 12 months, like every, you know, on the regular, every, you know, like a month of the year. Like there's a good 6 months here, basically from May to October, where it's just so hot that you can't even, it's just too hot to really go outside. I mean, if you're out for like a couple minutes, like, okay, like maybe there's that oddball day where it's only like 80 degrees instead of like 100, but it's just hot, and the humidity is really horrible too. Oh, and this is the Milani Anti-Gravity Mascara. I decided to give this one a try too, which actually these two together, I'm kind of liking how they're looking. But yeah, I just wanted to try something different because I've just been kind of going through it with my same products, and just kind of feel like I wanted to try something different. So yeah, I actually like how these two went together. Sorry, that probably was the best way to show those to you guys, but like, I'm a little worn out. My brain's not really what it used to be. So, and on another rant, kind of talked about it in one of my last videos, which hopefully should be up by the time this one goes up, but I'm just trying to get to a better career so that just so I can have a better life. And I've been trying to sell insurance, and it's just really, really hard because I've got a lot going on. Sorry, my phone just keeps going bonkers and I don't really know what's going on. But I've been trying to get into selling insurance, which, like, I'm working full-time as a paralegal, which I don't really have time to do anything, so I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. But there's this book that I started reading. So if you're kind of, I would say it's a really good personal development book as well. And it's called The Psychology of Selling by Brian Tracy. So I just started reading it, and just from like a personal development standpoint, it is a phenomenal book. Like, it talks about just having like a good high self-concept and believing in yourself, and how that kind of translates into just being just a more likable person, being able to like achieve your goals. And it's something that I really needed, because I really struggle with my self-image and my self-concept, and I've always been made fun of. Like, I was never like the pretty girl or, you know, whatever, and so I've always been made fun of, and that just kind of made me have a lower like value of myself. And so it's something I've always struggled with. And I know when I started doing YouTube videos, I was like so scared to death. Like, people are gonna be so mean to me, they're gonna say horrible things to me. And so everyone has just been amazing. So thank you all so much for that. But if you're struggling or trying to get into sales, or just kind of want just kind of a book that can kind of make you, help you kind of achieve a better self-image, I highly recommend that book. I'll try and link it down below in the links of products that I mention in the video. And I think that's it. So thank you guys so much. Please comment down below if you tried the Ace Beauté palettes. What are some of your favorites? Or if you have any other brands that I should try out, please let me know. I'd love to check them out. So again, thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are.